Hi everybody, I had promised you guys that we were going to be talking about money, and that's what we're going to be doing today. This is Money Matters with Stephen E. And Money Matters was inspired by what happened to me probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago when I tried to donate money online to help the people in Texas, and I felt like there was companies that were taking fees away from us, plus with me going to the bank and I was trying to cash a check, and at this particular bank they wanted to charge me a fee. So I got to the point where I'm sick of just giving my money away for nothing. So I decided that we needed to talk about money, and we got to have a different relationship about money. So we're going to talk about it here on Money Matters. I'm going to leave a link below to that video which inspired me to start this. Plus, I'm going to leave a link to the other Money Matters video that we discussed last week. So let's get into it. So today's topic is about multiple streams of income. Multiple streams of income, because a bunch of us today only have one stream of income, and that's from our everyday job. And I had remembered Bishop Jakes. I had met him in New York when he first started his talk show. And after he was done, interviewing the guests and stuff, he came out into the audience and he spoke. And he spoke about, some of his passions and some other things. And then I had watched him on television, and he did a sermon, and he said people should have more than one stream of income. Actually, people should have 4 to 5 streams of income. And I agree with that, because some of us were just one paycheck away from being in the streets. We're one paycheck away from being homeless. We're one paycheck away from just losing everything and lots of things falling apart. So we should be working on multiple streams of income. And what I mean by multiple streams of income, besides the 4 to 5 streams, income that comes in while you're asleep, where you barely have to do much work as you're doing with your 9 to 5. But there are some other things that you can do, like 1, 2, 3 hours a day to also get your side hustle on. So we're going to talk about multiple streams of income. And one of the main ways that you can get another income is being a property owner. Now, being a property owner, you can own another piece of property to have income coming in. You have your tenant in there, and your tenant pays your rent, and then it's got to be the right property. It can't be a piece of property where, the tenant is just paying the mortgage and they're just paying the bills, but you have nothing coming in, even though that is still good. And I'm going to tell you why that's still good. It's still good because that house is getting paid for, and then in the future you can either sell that house or still keep a tenant in it and make income that way as well. But you should also be generating a stream of income while that property is being paid for. And I mean that the tenant pays the mortgage and you're getting your water paid and everything else, but you're still getting a cash flow of $200, $300, $400, $500 a month if it's a one family, or if you're buying a multiple family house, which is 2 to 3 family house, which is also still good, because if you buy a multiple unit house, you can also live in the house and rent out the other 2 floors, and your tenants are paying for the house, and you're living on one of the floors, and you're banking your money. So you're making money that way too from, being a property owner. And also, if you own a one family house, are you guys using your basements? If you're not using your basements, turn that basement into an income unit. Have that basement renovated, have a kitchen put down there, a bathroom put down there, find out what the codes are, find out what the cost is. If your basement's half finished, just have somebody finish the rest, or if you're handy, do the rest, but turn that basement into an income unit. Or if you have one room in your house that you're not utilizing, rent out that one room in that house and generate some money from that. You know what I'm saying? Multiple streams of income. So there is ways to always make money that are around us. We're just not opening ourselves up to being able to go into that or to receive it. You know what I mean? Because some of us live in that spirit of fear, and we were not created of fear. We were not created with that spirit in us. That's something that we were taught when we got to this planet. So we got to throw that away. So back to multiple streams of income. So I also, while I was also talking about, making money while you sleep, online businesses. There are so many online businesses that you can do, that you can set up. SD has a site where you can set up online business. eBay, Amazon even works with people where you can sell your products online. There are tons of companies. Do your research. You can offer products to the world. You can offer clothing. You can offer food products. You can offer advice. There are so many things that you can offer that you're an expert in that you don't necessarily know that you're an expert in. Because I had a friend that she'd be at work and she'd be sitting there budgeting her money. And I told her there was wealth in that. And then she was like, how is there wealth in this? I said, because some people can't even balance their checkbooks. And you're able to budget your money, know how much you're going to put away each month, and know how much you're going to save and stuff like that. So she just had that type of spirit where she knew how to manage money. And she didn't even have a college education. So, and there's a bunch of you that know how to manage money. You know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of people that cook in their kitchens and sell plates. I remember my next door neighbor, she used to sell fried dough. And we used to go to her house and get have $5 and we get fried dough with sauce, or she'd make the slushy, she'd sell candy. She got her side hustle on. So this is basically what you need to do. You need to be getting your side hustle on to also have multiple streams of income. So besides online, there's blogging where you can write up a blog post. There are people that write up cooking blog posts, advice blog posts and stuff, and they get paid to do this. Like I said, you're an expert in some field, whether it's relationships, whether it's raising children, whether it's education. You have expertise in something. Whether you have expertise in cars, being able to change brakes and change tires and finding the best deals, couponing, etc. You have some expertise in something, and whatever that thing is that you're so good at and it comes to you easily, use that as what you can make money with on the internet. Another way is to become an author. I'm a self-published author through Amazon. You don't have to have a company self-publish you, because you can self-publish yourself and you can do very well at it, because there are online books through Kindle. People still buy hardcover books online and stuff like that, and you can author books. And let me tell you, it's not as hard as you think to author a book, because if I can do it, I'm telling you, you can definitely do it. I'm on my second and third book right now, and I'm finishing those up. And there's a guy whose name is Russell Bernstein, and he has a YouTube page. I'm going to leave you a link to his YouTube page below. Matter of fact, I'm going to leave you a link to the video that me and him did a couple of weeks ago, because he mentored me into writing my first book. So once he explained the process to me and I got it, I was like, wow, it's really that simple that I can become an author and I don't need all these things in place. Because a lot of us think that we need all our barrels in a row to be able to do something. And that's not always true, because you can have one barrel in the row and then you can hire people to put the other barrels in the row for you. So Russell Bernstein, look him up, but I'm going to leave a link below to his YouTube page, because he discusses this. He also talks with new authors and talks to them about their process of writing books and things like that. But he mentored me, so maybe you can reach out to him and have him mentor you for this as well. So I just spoke about becoming an author. Selling online products. Like my mama, Carlos's Spices, she has her own spice line, and her spices are amazing. And she does it through her YouTube page and through a web page. And I recently used some of her spices. I was boiling a lobster, and I put some of the spices in the pot with the lobster. And let me tell you that I did not need any butter on that lobster at all. That lobster tasted so good. So that's something that she does. Maybe you have some food products or some spices or something that you can entrepreneur. Also, some of the big YouTubers, at the end of their videos, they have merchandise that they sell. They sell t-shirts, they sell book bags, they sell mugs, they sell socks, they sell hats. There are companies that you can partner with that you can sell these products and offer them out on the internet, okay? Did you ever think about partnering with a company to make products for you? Because you don't necessarily have to be a designer. If you know what you want your brand to say, you can outsource that as well. Fiverr.com. You can go to Fiverr.com, hire somebody to design what you want on the shirt, and once you approve the design, you can partner with a company and have them print it for you, and you can sell those products online. Okay? Money matters. Your money matters. Let's talk about it. Let's leave some comments below of what you're going to do to be able to get to 4 to 5 streams of income, because in today's world, when you retire, they say you at least need $500,000 to be able to retire comfortably. Are you in that position to have $500,000 to retire comfortably? If not, you got to think about that now. You got to think about your future and think about how you're going to be able to make it in the future. Because I remember my grandmother, she worked in a mental health facility. And we used to hear people on TV talking about people eating cat food and stuff like that. And she said that was actually a real thing, that some people ate cat food because they could not afford other foods. And I know I don't want to be in that situation, and I definitely don't want anybody else in that situation. That's a heartbreaking situation. So if you have any gifts in you that you can offer out to the world, do that. So another way of making money is inventing products. Shark Tank. Be a shark, be a tank. You know what I'm saying? You see how many people go up there and invent things to make life simpler? And I remember Jackie Harry, I was watching her on a show. I think what show was it? It may have been That's So Raven or one of these shows where her character used to sit at a bus stop and people used to think she was a bum and such, but actually her character was a millionaire. And what she used to do was sit at the bus stop incognito and she used to dress down and she used to watch people. She used to observe people and see what those people needed, what can make those people's lives easier. So you have to look into the future and figure out what can make the future easier. Because if some of us, if we go back to the 80s and the 90s, we didn't have cell phones. We weren't able to text. Somebody thought of that. Somebody brought that to the forefront. Somebody had the vision to be able to think in the future. So turn your mindset into the future. Think of the Jetsons. Think of something that you can be able to offer something to the future. And it may just be as simple as waiting at the bus stop and seeing what people need, or walking into a store and seeing what can make people's lives easier, because there are people that think of these things every day and they offer products through infomercials, online, magazine ads, etc. You know what I'm saying? And also another stream of income. And this is something that I wish I had did probably about 4 years back. I was going to CNC in New York. CNC was an acting studio that offered acting classes at affordable prices for actors and seminars and stuff like that. So I would attend CNC probably 2 or 3 times a month. But CNC had this class where there was a lady, and what you did was you got to pitch stories or television ideas to network executives. Do you think a lot of these people that are pitching shows to these networks are actually writing these shows? No, they're not. They're outsourcing them. They're pitching the idea, and then they're getting the people together to be able to help encompass the idea. Okay? All you need is the idea. If you have an idea for a great show that's going to make these networks money, go pitch it to them. Find a class that you can do, that you can pitch shows to a network. You don't necessarily have to be a writer to create a show. You don't have to be a writer to create a reality show, a sitcom, a television show, and stuff like that, because those people can be hired. But as long as you have the vision, you can go to a network and pitch those ideas. Okay, just like people go pitch their inventions on Shark Tank, you can go pitch your ideas to a network, a producer, a director, and such like that, and they can help you put the vision together. You don't necessarily have to be the writer. Okay? Everybody has something in them to be able to create money. Let's get to at least 2 to 3 streams of income. Let's grow to that before we get to the 4 to 5 streams of income. Let's really be concerned about our money. In order for us to be able to have more money, we got to have a different relationship about money. We have to think about money differently. Because people say that the money is the root of all evil. That is incorrect. The love of money leads to the root of all evil. Not money is the root of all evil. It's the love of money. Because some of us don't do the right things with money. Some of us don't realize money is a tool to help us accomplish our dreams on this planet. Okay? And the thing is, we do need it. We do need it to operate on this planet. This planet revolves around that. We need that, and we need, the Most High. We need God. Okay? Money matters, okay? I'm going to do another Money Matters video next week, because I'm doing some research on a particular thing that I want to bring to you first, but I want to make sure that I've fully done my research before I bring this next Money Matters video to you guys. Give this video a thumbs up if this video has helped you in any way, and share this video with somebody that it can help. Remember, you need at least 4 to 5 streams of income. Become an entrepreneur, become an author, become a blogger. Also, this was one other thing that I meant to bring up about Money Matters. Podcasts. There are people that are creating podcasts online, and they are getting paid to do that as well. So if there's like a certain subject that you talk about all the time, relationships, sports, music, podcast them. Everyday things, podcast it. See what the market is out there, and you can set up a studio in your own house. You don't need a big fancy studio to go to in order to create a podcast. You need a really good mic, a good computer system, good Wi-Fi, and the right kind of service that you can partner with to podcast. You can get paid to be a podcaster. You can get paid to be a blogger and write blogs. You can get paid to author books, be a self-published author, and you don't have to put a lot of money up front. You can become a self-published author for as little as $50. Okay, even lower than that. I'm just giving that general figure, okay? Because I did it for lower than that. I did it for like less than 30. Okay, I became a self-published author. So you can become a self-published author. Remember the name Russell Bernstein, and check out his link below, and check out the video that I did with him 2 weeks ago. I'm going to leave that link below as well. But money matters, everybody. Let's discuss it. Leave me some comments below of different ways that you are creating income streams for yourself. And as always, let's do this. Just wanted to add one more thing about how to make more money. I meant to discuss this in the rest of the video, so this clip looks a little bit different. But another way to make more money is investing in stocks, okay? You don't need to necessarily go to a stockbroker to invest in stocks. There are companies online that will do it for you, but you should do your research. There are penny stock books that you can pick up. There are how to invest in stock books that you can pick up from your bookstore, but there are companies like I think it's called Capital One Investing. They do stock portfolios for people, and you can go online and you can buy all the type of stocks you want. But do your research before you start buying those stocks, because you can cut out the middleman and make that money yourself, as opposed to letting them make 90% on the money that you invest in. You make only like 10%. Now I'm just giving general figures here, but invest in stocks. That's another way that you can make money.